Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard this morning, we're going to be playing what is actually a audio tape that relates as the testimony I recall said to January 18th of 2010, again with Mr. Stangeland. Similarly, there is a transcript for your assistance. However, I'll just reiterate that, of course, the transcript is not evidence. In the first transcript, although I thought someone had worked hard at getting down what was said, I noticed some things that I did not agree with in very minor points. But so the point of that is not to criticize the person who transcribed it, but rather to just reiterate that it is what is actually in the evidentiary tape that is significant. Very good, and we'll distribute the transcript. I'm going to mark my copy C2. It is a 14-page transcript.
Judge, the length is about 30 minutes.
Very good.
One more.
Don't turn off those lights.
One more.
Oh,
Let me see. Can you just do the one?
Now they're both the same.
Do you prefer, in terms of looking at the transcript, is that enough light to read, or do you read it? Okay, appears to be enough. Very good. Very good.
okay. Detective, if you could play that.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, MC. Now, let's see, make sure this is right, make sure you do everything right, everything like that, you gotta read your rights. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have a lawyer lead you during questioning. If you're not for a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any question you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to any time. You also have the right to stop answering any time until you talk to a lawyer. Understand your rights I explained to you?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm doing here, putting my initials down to the rights that I read to you. If you will put your initials next to that, and if you want to read them, you can. And then the waiver, just read the waiver that you read, you've been read the statement of your rights and everything like that. Okay. And then your age, your grade, so forth, and then sign your name. Okay. All right. I understand you want to give more information in reference to the situation at hand, in reference to Billy Borger and everything like that. more that you wanted to add with respect to,
Kidnapping in Butler. Email addresses that he used to send me emails. Misleading emails, I should say, coming from what he claimed to be his dad and from other higher ups or whatever you want to call them, superiors and health agents. Just other people to contact an ex-girlfriend that he threatened.
yours, ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's other ones, you know, I haven't even told you about yet, but, you know, he's threatened, like say, an Fence, Terry Wesley, you know, the manager of Fence. He would probably know the names better than what, you know, I do. I just know what, you know, one word names or whatever. But,
You ever threatened Terry?
I'm not so sure he did or didn't, but he was pretty upset when Terry didn't want him to be a partner on his second bar.
Oh, yeah? Where was that at?
The one that's down by old Gerald's Radiators, you know, where Gerald's used to be. Now it's what the one holding kids got to do the boat repair and whatever.
Yeah.
South on the Holman. Terry's got another bar open down there now.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
But yeah, there's several.
Numerous, the kidnapping in Butler, who was kidnapped?
Supposedly, what we were told is she wanted to be picked up and rescued from her boyfriend, Will, at the time was killing her.
And when was that?
I'm just gonna say, I don't remember an exact date, but between Bushwhacker days and 4th of July.
Okay, so.
You know, I can remember.
Late June,
Well, it was in late June.
late June? Okay. And, Billy gave the orders to do that?
Yes.
And that was in Butler?
Yes. Where she lived on the main road coming into town, Fort Scott.
Fort Scott Street?
Yes. The street she was living on at the time. Only about 2 blocks from the sheriff's office.
Okay. Okay. Who was there, who done that?
Leon Berry from Rich Hill.
Leon Berry? Okay.
And Phil Lozano.
Lucero?
Yes, I never agreed to that.
I think that's,
Okay.
Lucero.
And myself.
Were you, when she was taken by force?
No, she cooperated.
She cooperated.
But it was, I guess what you do with 3 guys going through the front door.
Alright. Somebody kicked the door in?
Yes, Leon did.
Where'd you take her to?
Back to Billy, who was, I believe he was out to the house already at that time, to my house.
What happened after that?
Just told how good a job we did, and how glad he was to have her there instead of with Will.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what was her reaction to the whole thing?
She was shook up, and what do you want to say? I'd have to almost say scared,
Mm-hmm.
wondering what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, you know, she thought, you know, Billy was just the best thing in the world. But
Was this guy that she was hooked up with, was he abusive to her or anything, or?
I don't remember him being abusive, just probably more controlling,
Okay.
but it was nothing of a controlling part compared to
Now, Cook, there in Bates County,
Right.
guy disappeared, about a year and a half or so ago, almost 2 years ago. Billy ever say anything about him?
I don't remember that name. No, I just don't remember that name. He talked about people disappearing, and one of them had the other dish TV business here. Another one, a deal was an older couple up by Butler, Adrian. And another one was Tioni that owned the truck line in Butler.
And another was older couple,
Yes, their last name started with like an S.
another older couple. And then where were they from?
Either Butler, Adrian, somewhere right around up in. And I don't know what that was over, but in the same way with Tioni, I don't know what it was over, but he was saying that like Tioni was dead before he ever hit the bridge west of town on Highway 52.
Can you elaborate on that any?
Not really, all he keeps saying is I'm capable of anything. Don't have a conscience. On different occasions, he even made a comment that he's responsible. He's killed 237 himself, and he doesn't mind doing 238. So, what do you believe?
Mm-hmm.
Very sad. Yes. They didn't have a problem with it for 238. And he made that comment more than once,
Yeah.
and to more than just me. There was other people around.
Hmm. Did he have anything else planned as far as, kidnapping people or?
But the next step after Mueller would have been Art Blackman somewhere in California that was supposed to be involved in this too.
Do you have any idea what he was gonna do with Mueller when he got him out here?
Absolutely no idea. And now I think back on it, the best thing that possibly could have happened for everyone except Billy is that car did break down.
Hmm. Did he know where Lackman was?
No, he couldn't find him, just like, and all he simply did, I think, on Mueller, was punched up on a Google search or something like that, and said that was him.
Hmm. Okay. Is there anything else that he had you guys do that we don't know about?
Well, yes, about the drugs in Newton County,
Yeah.
and he had been down there, the priest had been up to my house, and I don't remember exactly what date it was, but he had another guy along, supposedly that Billy had known for years, that was, I'm thinking, the president of the Christian motorcycle riders, or the Christian whatever. His name was Barry, from Clinton, and he was driving a white Lincoln at the time. And he was like a minister at some church or something, and he appeared to be about my age. I mean, real soft-spoken, very polite, courteous guy is Barry.
And this guy was from Clinton, Missouri?
Yes. And that he's known him for years.
Driving a white Cadillac?
With Lincoln. An old
Drove a white Lincoln.
Lincoln down there. I'd say older, maybe, early, mid-90s, whatever. And he was supposed to verify, Priest, what do you want to say, who he was and all that kind of stuff.
And this Priest is the guy that you guys got drove for Billy from?
Yes. And I was thinking about it, after I told you no before I didn't Priest any money.
Mm-hmm.
But Billy did send me money down, but it wasn't as much as what he owed Priest. I just remember this afterwards, I wasn't trying to hold nothing back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember how much money he sent me, but Priest says this is all. And, because I didn't even count it, I just put it in my pocket and handed it to him when I got there.
Did Priest count?
He did, and he goes, well, this is short. And I said, I don't know, this is all I was given, and I'm supposed to hand it to you. And he handed me a garbage bag that was knotted at the top. Put that back in the building.
And that had, what, marijuana in it?
I guess, yes. I never opened the bag.
Okay. Now, were you present when Royce Lace gave Billy money
Yes.
for the deal out in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
And how much money did he give him?
10,000.
Okay. And then Billy gave you 2,000.
Yes.
Okay. You have any idea what Billy did with the rest of the money?
No.
And but it was definitely 10,000.
Yes. Yes. Because Roy first had a check from his mother for 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
He signed it, but of course that wasn't good enough. So I had to give Roy a ride. I ended up in his house, which is right by my house,
Mm-hmm.
and took him to the bank Lamar so he could cash the check. Then we came back. It was all $100 bills.
So you saw the check
Yes.
and it was for 10,000?
Yes.
Is it a personal check?
From his mother.
From his mother?
Yes, they got you Roy.
What bank was that there in Lamar?
The one on the northeast corner of the square, just south of where Billy's used to be. I don't know if it's a Lamar Bank and Trust or it's a big bank right on the northeast corner of the square. And the drive-up, or the drive-through is on the east side of the building. Because Roy went inside but we had to go through the drive-through to get the money, so maybe they have it on tape or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just took an awfully long time, to cash a check.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anything else you can think of in respect to
Uh,
any other illegal activity that he told you guys to do or he was involved in himself?
was it on to peddle what he picked up for grease
Mm-hmm.
to try to.
Did he do that on his own or did you take him?
I never took it, but he had, Phil up there going around trying to sell some. He had me trying to sell some. And I never did get any sold. I didn't know anybody. I was a failure, is what it amounted to, because I couldn't get any sold.
Anybody else you try to get to sell, just you take?
Lonnie,
Okay.
Lonnie went, Lonnie and Phil went around up in that area.
That's bad one, I guess, huh?
On that day, yeah. Let's see, there was something back on Priest. Billy had us go down there because this was gonna be his big money maker for the club. Priest was going to hook us up with, or what do you say, not hook us up, have us do the hauling for him to get stuff out for his mayor, Houston to his place. So Lonnie and I went there to talk to him about that. And he was gonna pay, what, $100 a pound to transport it up, I guess would be, for the fee to move it. From Houston back up to his place there outside the island. It was gonna be, like, when it started at 50 pounds each.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at the time, improve yourselves there, you'll go up to 100 pounds. And that never materialized. And how do they say this $100 a pound, what was it? 38% was gonna have to, no, 10% was supposed to go to the weather chapter. To send up.
Yeah.
Okay, then 7% was supposed to stay here for the local chapter. And then whoever was doing the work got to keep the rest. Like I said, nothing ever became of it, so.
Yeah.
No trip was made or.
Was this Billy telling you this or was Priest telling you this?
That was the priest saying what would pay, and Billy saying how would be split up.
Anything else?
Oh. Well, we got to win there now. Or,
Oh, on the Baca deal?
yes,
Yeah, we can just go ahead and maybe write that down or anything like that. But
okay.
as far as that goes though, was there anything illegal that Cowboy ever done or anything like that? Or was this just
No, that, he's as much on the up and up as.
Well, just what Billy was saying, that he had, that it was his doings getting Cowboy up there in that position.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did you ever talk to Cowboy about that?
No, you
He
know,
was just saying, and there was
Billy was
nothing.
saying it and Cowboy never disputed it.
Right.
And,
Well, was Cowboy privy to what Billy was saying?
he was saying it right straight to him. So I don't know if he didn't know any better or,
Okay.
or what, you know, that's what he was just led to believe, I don't know.
You know what his real name is?
No, I don't.
And he's the,
President of ACA, the Bikers Against Child Abuse.
and that's in Butler.
Well, he lives up by Adrian, out in the countryside somewhere. I think is what he said. His wife's a nurse at Butler Hospital.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, it was over. I don't remember if it was over Labor Day weekend. You know, his wife stayed for 2 nights at the house out there too. Or if it was just another weekend before that, but they were out there staying. And that was, Billy told him that Chief was gonna be down and wanted to meet him. So that's why he was there. And of course, Chief.
Pretty never said that, yeah. And what was Cowboy's reaction to the chief showing up?
Wanted to meet him.
Wanted to meet him.
Because supposedly Baca is sanctioned under, and this is what Billy said, is sanctioned under Hell's Angels, like to be the do-gooders of the group or whatever.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to do any enforcement, they were just to be, you know, the public eye or whatever.
Okay. Okay. All right, well, let's get you started on writing all this stuff down. And what I'll do is, do you want a cup of coffee or anything?
But whatever, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right.
26,
When's your birthday?
1863.
You're only a few days older than I am.
Oh, we're great,
Where were you born? Yeah.
Sioux Falls,
Sioux Falls.
South Dakota.
See the address out there, 1840.
West Maple, yes. My cell phone is all I've used for,
Okay.
and it's in New Jersey right now, I guess.
Okay.
And 417-684-5020.
Okay, what this is a voluntary statement, and I've got quite a few of them here, so,
Okay.
whenever we go to writing everything down, everything like that, just, be as explicit and detailed as possible and everything like that. What this is the same as what we rights to you,
Sure.
since you're in custody and everything like that, you can read this if you want. I'll leave this pen with you, I'll go get you a cup of coffee, you take a black or?
Get straight up, yeah.
Straight up.
Can I go use that little bathroom? Sure. Go over there across. Sure. Because I didn't plan on this.
All right.
They
Yep,
rang
no
the
problem.
buzzer, you were here, I was getting ready to go in anyway.
Okay.
But I won't be very long.
Okay.
But yes, I will. I forgot about you.
Good. I need a phone in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me out for a little bit. Okay, I'll be right back with the call. Big part? And let's check.
Check, you can stop. Check.
Okay, if we could hand those transcripts to you, right, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, good afternoon. You had an opportunity to watch the statement that we just all watched, correct?
Yes, sir.
During your interview with Mr. Stangeland, he had referenced Kimberly Hunter and how Kimberly Hunter had come to live at his house with Billy Barker, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he indicated, in essence, I guess, how would you characterize it? How did that occur? That Kimberly Hunter wound up at his house?
He said that he was ordered to go get Kimberly Hunter, and he and another individual or two kicked the door in and went and got her.
Now, did you look into that? Did you investigate that claim to see whether there might be any charge of kidnapping, wanted, or what happened to Kimberly Hunter?
I did look into that.
And as part of that, did you speak to Kimberly Hunter herself?
I did.
Did you interview anybody else, if you recall?
No, sir, I did not.
Based on your interview with Kimberly Hunter, did you feel that there was probable cause to charge anyone with kidnapping Kimberly Hunter?
She did not want to pursue any charges.
After she arrived at the Stangeland home, do you know how long she stayed there?
She was there, if I remember correctly, based on the interview this occurred during the summertime. So she was there at least for over 6 months.
Now, I'd like to show you, just mark this S-159, 159A, and 159B. As we take a look at these documents. This defendant told you that $10,000 was obtained by Roy Slates from his mother and given to Billy Barger, correct?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to obtain any bank records that verify that?
Yes, sir.
And could you tell the jury what is depicted in the documents that I just handed you?
I have a canceled check from Wilma Lathrop.
And who is that?
That would be Mr. Slate's mother or father, mother.
And what else do you have?
Also have the savings withdrawal is Lamar Bank and Trust from Wilma Lathrop's account. And she was transferring $10,000 to her checking account.
Okay. And what is the final document that you have there?
The final document is, it's a transfer from savings, $10,000 to an account number.
Okay, very good, thank you. And officer, at the end of the tape that we just watched, it appeared that Mr. Stangeland was going to provide a handwritten statement. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think we got into this a little bit before the lunch break. Did you allow him to do that?
Yes, sir.
Provide a handwritten statement?
Yes, sir.
I want to show you what the mark is, S-174. Is that the handwritten statement that, or a copy of it that you received from this defendant?
Yes, sir, it is.
Now, at this time, I anticipate that is going to be in evidence, and the jury will have that to read in its entirety, but I want to focus you in on one section of that. And actually, before I do that, let me ask you, in essence, what is the defendant saying in that document? Is he asking you to do something?
He's giving information in reference to what he had already told me, plus a little bit more, and then
in essence, trying to provide information to you that would confirm his claim regarding Sonny Barger and Billy Barger in that relationship.
yes, sir.
And did you conduct additional interviews to try to investigate?
I did, yes, sir, to one or two that would talk to me, and some that would not.
And without getting into the details of what anybody might have said to you, were you able to satisfy yourself that Billy Barger was involved in the home invasion and also the kidnapping of Jeff Hall?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to satisfy yourself that Billy Barger was holding himself out as the illegitimate son of Sonny Barger?
Yes, sir.
Let's point out one section of that handwritten statement if you could. You can go to page 2, the second paragraph. And it begins, please contact Dale Lippy. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Could you read that paragraph to the jury, please?
Please contact Dale Lippy of Nevada. He interrupted Billy talking to someone at the Iron Horse Bar in Roscoe in May. And I was told to kick his ass. Dale said, Dale and I have been friends for over 20 years, and I'm not touching him. I explained to Dale who I thought Billy was and to stay away from him, and apologized. Dale did. I can't read that one word. I can't read that one word.
Okay.
Dale did some Billy was upset with me for not hurting him. Dale was very shook up over all of this.
In essence, in that paragraph, is this defendant telling you that he was ordered by Billy Barger to do something?
Yes,
And was he ordered to assault Dale Lippy?
correct.
And did he indicate that he did not want to do that?
He did say that, yes.
Did he say he refused to do that?
He did say that, yes.
So he disobeyed an order by Billy Barger?
Correct.
And what exactly happened to him for that refusal? Does he tell you?
From what I understood, nothing.
You indicated that you were able to satisfy yourself that Billy Barger was holding himself out as the son of Sonny Barger.
Yes, sir.
Based on your investigation, was that claim true or false?
It was false.
I'll show you what the mark is S-175, and ask you to take a look at that. Now, before we get into that document, this person, Sonny Barger, do you know who that is?
Yes, sir.
Who is Sonny Barger?
Sonny Barger is the president of the Hells Angel Motorcycle Club.
And I think you already testified that you were able to satisfy yourself that Billy Barger was in fact not the son of Sonny Barger, right?
Yes, sir.
What is that document I just handed you, an S-175?
Copy of birth certificate.
Whose birth certificate?
William Barger. Billy Barger.
Is that the Billy, that's the William Barger we've been talking about, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who is Billy Barger's father? What's his name?
Carl Barger.
How about his mother?
Marilyn G. McDonald.
You know what state he was born in, Billy Barger?
State of Missouri.
That document that you have in your hand, that birth certificate, where did you get that?
I got this from Sheriff Ron Becker,
You know where he got it?
my boss at the time, yes.
Do you know where he got it?
He got it from state of Missouri, record of state of Missouri.
Are you familiar with how you go about getting a birth certificate from the state of Missouri?
It's fairly simple, just write the records department of the state, send in a fee, and you get a copy of that birth certificate.
How long would you say that would take, Rob?
Oh, it would probably take anywhere a week to 2 weeks.
Can anybody do it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, you got he was able to obtain it through sector of law enforcement.
Okay. How much does it cost to obtain it?
According to this, it was $15.
If this defendant come into your office and ask you to find out if Sonny Barger, if Billy Barger was who he was claiming to be, would you have helped him with that?
I would have.
If this defendant came in and asked you for some help, said he was scared, said he was afraid, wanted some protection, would you have provided that?
Would have.
Based on your investigation, was Billy Barger even a member of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club?
No, sir.
Did he have any affiliation whatsoever with the club?
No, sir.
Do you know if he owned a motorcycle?
No, he did not.
Do you know if he knew how to ride a motorcycle?
I don't think so. I'm not real certain on that, but I don't think so.
How about Andrew Waddell, or Waddell?
He did not have
Anybody have a motorcycle?
big work.
Did anybody have a motorcycle?
From what I understood, Lonnie Swartz had one, but it was broken down.
I'll show you this picture. It says marked S-158. Have you seen that before?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
It, caption that says that Hells Angels MC, M.C. motorcycle, Monk Barger Ambassador, Missouri, and then it has a phone number. Then there was some writing on the back of
That picture. On the back of the picture, there was some writing.
the words. They were actually names: Prospect, Silverback, Mom, Brutal. Winder,
Do you know what those names represent?
Little Dude, Youngblood. Yes, sir, I do.
What did those names represent?
These were nicknames of individuals inside this club.
Did everybody basically have a nickname?
Everybody that was supposedly part of the club had a nickname.
I'm just going to show you a photograph of what you're holding in your hand there. That's marked S-130. That's actually a photograph. But is that a photograph of what you have there in your hand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We can identify who these folks are. Single right there. The top right. Right there. Who's that?
That's Doug Stangeland.
And right to his right, who is that?
That's Billy Barger.
And is that Kim Hunter next to him?
Kim Hunter, yes, sir.
About to the right of Kim Hunter.
That's Lonnie Swarns.
And on the end?
That's the boy,
Andrew.
Andrew Waddell, yes, sir.
And you know the identities of the people in front?
The one on the left is Doug's son, and the one on the right is that Jennifer Dove.
Were all of these folks part of the motorcycle club, you know? Or just the folks in the back?
They were the family of this motorcycle club. The boy, he was only 15, maybe 16 at the time. So
When you
and
say
he
the
was-
boy, are we talking about
Yeah,
Derek?
that's Doug's son.
Did he have a nickname?
He was just living there.
You have a nickname? Is it called Youngblood?
Yeah, they call him Youngblood.
So he was kind of part of this family in this club, right?
Objection.
So how would you characterize his relationship to the family as you characterized it? Was he a member or was he not a member?
He was a member.
He wasn't. That boy, Derek, his mother, is his mother alive?
I believe so, but he was just living with Doug.
What's her name, Tammy?
It is, yes, sir.
Did she also live in the state of Missouri?
She does, yes, sir, she does.
If you know, could that individual, Derek Stangeland, could he have lived with his mother if he wanted to?
Objection.
I would try. That might be all I have. So,
All right, we'll take a brief recess and then we'll have some additional questions. Thank you.